Hey, what's up everybody? In this video I'm going to show you my home theater setup. I did the entire project for around 500, 600 bucks, and I want to share a few tips with you, so let's go ahead and get started. So the device responsible for this great picture comes from this projector right here. I'll put the description and the link below. But before I talk about the projector, let me just give you a little visual tour. This is the projector screen. Bought some trim at the hardware store and a nylon screen online. And that small square box to the very left is a 10-inch subwoofer, which I paid about $100 online for, and the stand is bookended by two speakers. And on the bottom there I have a receiver, and an old school VCR, a Blu-ray player, and a gaming system. And on the very top of the stand you'll see a white circular disc. That's an Echo that streams live music into the speaker system. Let's take a closer look at the projector. I bought this online for about 230, 250 bucks, and it is rockin'. It's got high definition 1080 native resolution, beautiful color, lots of brightness. We can watch this easily in the daytime, and great contrast. It's got HDMI inputs, a couple of USB inputs, 3.5mm jack input, and a place for an SD card as well. Moving around the side here, it's a gorgeous color, I think, very professional looking. And I've got it attached securely to a ceiling mount that has an adjustable extension on it, so I can control how far down the unit is placed. It's accompanied by a sleek little remote. So with the unit powered up, you can see even with the lights on, we've got some nice color. We'll take a moment and listen to the sound. Take a moment and turn up the volume right now all the way on your device and listen for the fan. It's not bad. It's a little louder than I'd like it to be, but honestly, when there's a movie playing or when music's on, it's no issue whatsoever. And it focuses against the wall pretty well. It's got a focal adjustment and a keystone adjustment there on the bottom. Alright, and I'm running through the ceiling mount here, the power cable for the projector, HDMI cable, RCA cables, and a 3.5mm cable. We'll press pause for a moment. You'll see a black converter box. There's the red, the white, and the yellow RCA cables going into this. This converts the signal to HDMI, allowing me to use an HDMI cable to plug into the back of the projector. This little converter is super cheap. It's like 10 bucks, and it definitely helps with the VHS tapes or other kind of analog signals that you need higher quality for when you run it through the projector. So for this project I had to upgrade the lengths of all the cords that I was running through the ceiling. For example, the power cord, the HDMI cord, all had to be 25 feet plus, because you can see I was going from the left there of the picture. I had to cut open some inserts in the ceiling so I could fish these wires through, and I brought them all the way through and dropped them down to the right. And just a little tip here, a metal coat hanger will do the trick, and some duct tape or some really strong masking tape. You'll wrap all the cords around the hanger and you'll fish that through one time and one time only. I'll put a link in the description below for this little grabber tool that I used, but I also was able to slide my phone up through the insert and record video and try to find the location of it as I was pushing it through, and then grab it with my extension tool. Now, I didn't have to drill through any of the joists above the drywall. I was running the wires parallel, the cords parallel to the joists. And that was part of the planning process. I definitely didn't want to drill through any joists. Now you might have a power outlet right there for you to just plug in your projector to. That would be nice, but you still have to run cords if you want to let a nice seamless look. You want to run your cords through your ceiling, and that's what I did. I ran them all the way through and then dropped them behind the wall here behind the screen. And so the cords come out of the wall, they exit the wall at the bottom here and go to their respective locations. So we'll power down the unit. powers down extremely fast. And we'll get a closer look at the projector screen. So I bought some trim at the local hardware store and a projector screen online. I'll put the link below. I also made a separate video on how to install this if you're interested. Really easy job, incredibly inexpensive, probably cost me about 35 bucks total. This is kind of what it looked like during the installation process, stretching it nice and thin, installing the frame and the trim over it, and then cutting it with an X-Acto knife. Again, there's a more detailed instructional video on this in the description below, so check that out if you are interested. Taking a closer look here at what I've got going on, we're going to listen to a sample of the music with that subwoofer in just a second. You can see this little echo device. Let me press pause real quick because I should mention the long black little device to the right there. It's a channel switch, an AV channel switch, so I could have several, maybe an old VCR or a Nintendo Wii there that run on RCA or AV cables, and I can have them going into the back of the unit, and all I have to do is press a button to determine which one is going to be feeding live to the projector. It's a really nice feature, and it saves me from having to run several RCA or AV cables through the ceiling into the projector. So now let's listen to the music quality, specifically listening for the subwoofer and the bass. So I'm not an audio professional at all, but this puts out some serious sound. I'm really impressed with it. I've never owned a subwoofer before, and it just enhances all of the music you listen to and all of the sound coming out of your movies. It's really amazing. Of course, I have a receiver and some decent speakers as well. This is my particular setup with speaker wires, of course, connected to the subwoofer as per the instructions. And that's it. That is my home entertainment system. Everything for about 600 bucks, and we're pretty pumped about it. So hopefully this video has helped you. Thanks for watching.